What if I told you that in our lifetime humans will also be residents of Mars? It's no longer a science fiction fantasy. It's reality being led by Elon Musk and SpaceX. From the early days of space exploration, with the launch of Sputnik and the Apollo moon landings, to this day, humankind seems to be hardwired with an insatiable thirst to explore beyond Earth. This relentless pursuit of the unknown has finally landed us at the most unimaginable frontier, the colonization of Mars. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has just revealed his ambitious plan for the colonization of Mars. With a view to making humanity a multiplanetary species, the vision enunciated by Musk is sure to revolutionize space travel and exploration. How is he to do that? What challenges lie ahead on this epic journey to the Red Planet, then? Just get ready to dive into details related to Elon Musk's pioneering mission. Elon Musk's quest to Mars began in 2002 when he founded SpaceX. Annoyed by the high costs of space travel and little progress made in space exploration, Musk set out to create a private aerospace company with a bold objective, tremendously reducing the cost of reaching space. He wanted to popularize space travel like air travel, and ultimately his aim was to make life multiplanetary. The first few years were really challenging for SpaceX. Its first 3 launches of Falcon 1, its first rocket, ended in failure, with the company almost going bankrupt. It wasn't until the 4th launch, though, in 2008, that Musk's relentless drive and faith in his mission finally paid dividends by reaching orbit. That was a defining time for SpaceX when it proved to the world that a private company could do what space agencies typically did. Building on the success of the Falcon 1, SpaceX developed the Falcon 9, a larger and more powerful vehicle that would be capable of carrying both cargo and crew into space. The Falcon 9 has become the workhorse of the SpaceX fleet, having celebrated a myriad of successful launches that have delivered satellites, supplies to the International Space Station, and even astronauts into space. The development of reusable rocket technology is one of the major innovations that helps set SpaceX apart. Conventional rockets are use and discard, and stages of the rocket are expelled after launch. SpaceX changed everything by designing the Falcon 9 for reusability. Its first stage can return to Earth after launch and be refurbished for future missions. It has significantly reduced the cost of entry into space, making Mars missions quite viable and more within reach from a financial standpoint. In addition to the Falcon 9, SpaceX also developed a spacecraft called Dragon, which is capable of carrying cargo and crew to the ISS. Dragon spacecraft played a major role in replenishing the ISS and returning scientific experiments back to Earth. In 2020, SpaceX flew the Crew Dragon spacecraft, thus being the first spacecraft to launch NASA astronauts into the ISS from American soil since the Space Shuttle retired in 2011. That was a giant leap toward human spaceflight for SpaceX. But it will take more than advanced rockets to get to Mars. The mission calls for the construction of a spacecraft that is capable of long-duration interplanetary travel and a plan to keep human life sustained on Mars. Here is where Starship fits in. The Starship is a next-generation spacecraft from SpaceX, designed to be fully reusable and able to carry up to 100 passengers to Mars and beyond. This habitat will comprise spacious living quarters, solar panels for energy, and huge storage areas for supplies and equipment. First, there's the Starship and its Super Heavy booster that starts humans' journey to Mars. On its own, the Super Heavy booster stands 230 feet tall, providing the thrust necessary to propel the Starship out of Earth's gravity well. This big rocket will be equipped with 33 Raptor engines, which can produce in excess of 16 million pounds of thrust, thus becoming the most powerful rocket ever built. The Starship itself stands at a height of 165 feet and is designed to be fully reusable and capable of carrying both crew and cargo. Once in orbit, Starship will meet up with a tanker ship to refuel. This refueling is a critical part of the plan as it allows the spacecraft to take both extra cargo and the passengers by reducing the weight it has to carry during the initial launch. In orbit, refueling allows the Starship to be fueled up enough for the journey to Mars and the return trip to Earth, thus providing a sustained cycle of travel between the 2 planets. He foresaw fleets of Starships leaving Earth alone to journey to Mars, each capable of refueling in orbit before embarking on the long journey to Mars. The actual flight will take about 6 months. Passengers will spend that time in zero gravity and live inside the habitats formed for them within the spacecraft. It has all sorts of habitats for safety and comfort, from sleeping quarters to common rooms and entertainment facilities to make the journey a bit less tedious. The second and most difficult part of the mission upon arrival is landing on Mars. The atmosphere on Mars is very thin and provides ultra-minimal aerodynamic braking, so the Starship will have to rely on its engines to ensure a controlled descent. SpaceX has been working on these landing techniques by testing and refining them with their Starship prototypes in pursuit of a safe and reliable landing system. This would make the spacecraft reusable for missions ahead. On Mars, challenges would seem overwhelming. The hard environment, thin atmosphere, and extreme temperatures of the planet raise considerable barriers. However, Musk has plans to set up a self-sufficient colony. This will include habitat construction, food production, and generation of power partly through solar panels and partly through other renewable energy sources. Habitats for early settlers will be constructed from materials transported from Earth, but over time, colonies will be constructed using Martian resources to build more permanent habitats. These habitats would have to be airtight to protect the inner atmosphere from the thin, unbreathable one, with temperatures way below freezing. Water is one of the most essential elements in any colony, and Musk has planned this through water extraction from the Martian soil, where it exists as ice. This water will be used for drinking, cultivation of food, and potentially splitting into hydrogen and oxygen to make rocket fuel and breathable air. Food will be grown using hydroponics and other advanced agricultural methods to make it possible for colonists to produce fresh food on Mars in a controlled environment. Special greenhouses will be built to use the natural sunlight, but will create a controlled environment for the growing of crops. In fact, one of the most interesting things about Musk's plan is terraforming Mars, changing its environment to make it like Earth. Though this is still the realm of science fiction, Musk imagines that with future breakthroughs, this could be a fact. Release of greenhouse gases stored in the Martian soil could warm up the planet, provide an atmosphere thick enough for breathing, and create conditions more suitable for human habitation. This procedure would take centuries, but it meant that in the future humans can, without spacesuits, walk on Mars. The journey to Mars is full of challenges, but Musk's vision is driven by the belief that humanity must become a multiplanetary species to ensure our survival. The colonization of Mars can prove to be extremely useful in many ways, from contributing and enhancing our scientific understanding of the universe to providing a backup location for humanity in case a catastrophic event happens on Earth, with Mars as a unique site for scientific research, including its geology, climate, and its potential for past or present life. The other part of Musk's plan is to create an economy on Mars. It would involve mining for resources, developing agriculture, and creation of industries which will help in sustaining the colony. The result would be Mars being self-sufficient with regard to supplies from Earth, hence making it a new branch of human civilization. One is the export of valuable Martian minerals back to Earth. The other concerns the development of new technologies and industries that are uniquely relevant to the Martian environment. Iron, nickel, and platinum are some important resources that might be exploitably mined on Mars, and which are also significant for the construction and maintenance of a colony. It will probably make use of advanced robotic systems and autonomous machinery for mining operations, hence reducing the requirement of human labor and increasing efficiency. Besides resource extraction, his concept also considers developing a robust transport infrastructure on Mars, such as building road construction, digging tunnels, and rail systems across the colony. This will also make for efficient transportation of persons, goods, and raw materials over the Martian landscape. Healthcare and education are also indispensable parts of Musk's plan. There will be state-of-the-art medical facilities set up to meet the health requirements of the colonists by employing telemedicine and the latest technology in treatment. Educational institutions will be created to ensure that children born on Mars have a high-quality education, and in the curriculum, there will be courses teaching Martian history and science. One more critical aspect emphasized by Musk's plan is creating a lively community on Mars. Cultural and recreational activities should be allowed to improve mental and emotional well-being. Art, music, and sports will intrinsically play their roles in one's life on Mars in the future, with respect to creating a sense of community and belongingness amongst the settlers. The more we push the boundaries, the quantum leap ahead that the Musk mission to colonize Mars truly is. What once was a far-fetched dream of humans living and thriving on another planet can be within reach today. With every test flight and technological leap that has been achieved, we move one step closer to making Mars a second home for humans. The vision of a thriving Martian colony, complete with homes, schools, and businesses, is a very inspiring look into the future of space exploration. Outro. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through Elon Musk's Mars colonization plan. If you found this video insightful and want to be updated regarding the latest in space exploration and technology, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Please give this video a thumbs up and share with us in the comments your thoughts. Which part of Musk's plan do you find most exciting? Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground.